If you want to get in contact with me, the best way to do it is on Instagram. If you just want to say what up, if you want to tell me you love my videos, you can tell me that you hate my videos. The best way to do that is on Instagram. Peace, y'all. Jonny Fastlane here. So, 50 Cent reacts to Pop Smoke remaking one of his old songs, and Tory Lanez celebrates leaving his record label. Plus, Lil Yachty links up with Grailed. Let's talk hip-hop.
Have mercy on many men. Many men wish death upon me. Yeah, I don't cry no more. I don't look to the sky no more. Cause I got it on me. I got it on me. I got it on me. You could run up if you want. Mercy on me.
So 50 Cent goes on his Instagram, and I guess that he was listening to like the radio last night or whatever, Shade 45, and it looks like DJ Enough was just like spinning, on the radio station like what they do. And sometimes they'll throw in like, songs that aren't really approved by, the radio station or whatever the case may be, underground music and stuff like that. So he started playing this song called Many Men, right? Many men, but it wasn't 50 Cent, right? It was Pop Smoke, and that shit was ill, right? And this is the first time that I really heard it, so then I had to do some research, right? And it turns out that apparently this song was like recorded maybe in July of 2019, but it was like unreleased, or maybe they couldn't clear the sample or whatever the case may be. But 50 Cent goes on to his Instagram and he's like, I told you niggas to make sure nothing happened to him. What the fuck, man? He was on his way, right? So basically 50 Cent is like reacting to Pop Smoke's take on his old song Many Men, and it's just being like, yo, this is fire. Like, and if you listen to it, I mean, look, you could go on my Instagram because I have the whole song on my Instagram now, not just that little clip, or you can even go on my YouTube because I have the whole song on my YouTube as well, right? Just type in Jonny Fastlane, Pop Smoke, Many Men, and it will be there, and you can listen to the whole joint. It is fire, right? And at the end, they drop the beat, and Pop Smoke is kind of singing a cappella, right? He's like, many men wish death upon me. Like, it is crazy, right? It's so eerie how similar to 50 Cent Pop Smoke really sounds, and just all these like new young gangster ass rappers, at least from New York. If you're on the gangster side, a lot of these dudes look up to 50 Cent, right? Whether it was 6ix9ine, whether it's Fabio Foreign, Casanova, Pop Smoke, like a lot of these dudes look at 50 Cent as like the father of gang music in New York, right? It's weird because 50 Cent was never really ever even in a gang, and I could think of other people that might, probably be the father of that gang shit, like maybe Jadakiss or DMX or somebody, but it seems like people gravitate towards 50 Cent, right? And maybe it's because of his personality and how he's still, very, very relevant in 2020. It has to be a part of that. But, I think it's dope that a lot of these dudes look up to 50. But let me know what y'all think about this in the comments. Remember a couple months ago when Tory Lanez, he dropped Chicks Tape 5, right? And it was fire, right? And then like maybe a week after, he was like cursing out the record label and really mad at the record label and everything like that. And people were like, yo, it was all good just a week ago. Like, why is Tory Lanez mad at the record label, right? But I think I know why now, because yesterday, Tory Lanez put out some more tweets regarding his record label, right? So first he goes, it's official. New Toronto 3 comes out in March, right? And then he says, as soon as you hear it, I have officially finished my deal with Interscope. It's been real, Lone Stone, right? Which is cool. So now he's saying that he's out of his deal, so probably he actually fulfilled his album deal, right? So then he goes on to say, and it's no bad blood with the label. Oh, now it's no bad blood, right? I had a 5-album deal, he says, right? I gave them 12 projects, right? And here is the reason why I think he was upset, right? He said, I gave him 12 projects / albums. If you include all the mixtape with the original music, I can officially go on and record on record and say, I've exceeded exceeded that 5-album mark, right? And I'm still just getting my feet in the water, right? So this is what the whole gripe was about then, I'm guessing, because at the end of Chicks Tape 5, he probably felt like, okay, he could be out of his record label or out of his record deal because he fulfilled 5 albums that the record label wanted, which is crazy, by the way. So the record label says, you have to give us 5 whole albums before you can be out of this contract? That's insane, right? That's like a 7-year contract, really, right? That's something like Nicki Minaj signed back in the day, right? But anyway, he's come out with 12 projects. So this is insane. If you're coming out with a lot of stuff with original works and you think like, okay, I'm gonna be out of my deal, and then the record label says, nah, that's not an album, we are gonna call that a mixtape, right? So that doesn't count towards anything, and now you still gotta come out with another album, right? But the record labels think they slick, right? And they do that thing for 2 reasons. And this is why sometimes people say, oh, the mixtape is dead, or, you know, how in the hell are you saying that this is a mixtape? Chance the Rapper is a perfect example, right? He came out last year saying that I'm dropping my first album ever, but man's got 3 albums already, right? But he said, oh, those are mixtapes, right? But here's the thing. If the record sales are low, the record label's gonna say, oh, that was a mixtape, because they don't want to look like their artist is a flop. 1, right? And 2, if they want to stick with that artist because they know that artist is really talented, they'll try to play a funny game and say, oh, that's a mixtape. That don't count towards your album. Sorry, you got to stay here, right? And that's the kind of shit that they was trying to pull with Tory Lanez, because Tory Lanez did sell well with Chicks Tape 5, right? But I guess what he's saying now is that after March 6th, he is for real going to be out of his record deal, and that Interscope considers this last Toronto 3 album as an album, and he'll finally be out of his shit, right? I don't know what he's going to do. Maybe he'll re-sign for more money. Maybe he'll go to a record label. Maybe he'll be independent, right? And I think that is kind of smart for an artist who has a huge following like a Tory Lanez to go independent, because then you keep all of your money, or a lot more of it, you know, because the record label's not taking, you know, putting their hands in your cookie jar, right? T-Pain is one of those rappers or, you know, artists who was really big and then went independent and is still making mad money hand over fist, right? But let me know what y'all think about this in the comments. Alright, yo, this is fire, right? Because Lil Yachty is teaming up with Grailed, right? For Yacht Week. And they do like different things all the time. And this is kind of dope, right? So for y'all that don't know, what Grailed even is they're kind of like a boutique or like a store, right? Or maybe, I mean, it is a physical store, but they do have an online store as well. But then also, I guess you could say Grailed is kind of like an eBay, right? Or a broker, right? But what they do is they deal with like high-end clients. So basically it's like this, right? Let's say you're Beyonce and you've got $1 million worth of clothes in your house, right? All kind of stuff. Some things are free that you got, some things you bought. Maybe you wore this big fur coat at an award show. You're not gonna wear it every day. It's not your everyday coat, and it's a $20,000 coat that's hanging in your closet. What do you do with it, right? So some artists, they decide to keep it. Some donate it to like a hip hop museum or something like that. Some want to sell it. But how does an artist sell it, right? If you're Beyonce, do you just put it on, you know, eBay or something? Or do you get with somebody like Grailed, who knows how to deal with high-end clients and who will handle your stuff with dignity? Oh, and also give you some money from the money that they make off of it, right? So that's what they're doing with Lil Yachty. Lil Yachty just teamed up with Grailed and gave them $300,000 worth of, you know, merchandise. Everything from, you know, a shirt that he wore in his first music video to something that he had on the cover of one of his albums to, you know, a whole bunch of stuff, right? Jewelry, but not like chains, because then that would be $300,000 right there. But I'm talking about like, you know, small jewelry, you know, jackets, sneakers, whatever the case may be, just a bunch of stuff, right? And this is fire because think about it, like if he gave them $300,000 worth of merchandise, they are actually holding a contest where they're giving away 3 of the major pieces of merchandise to some of Lil Yachty's followers, right? But then they're gonna sell everything else, and of course Lil Yachty is gonna get some money back for it, right? So even if they split the profits 50-50, right? Even if Grail takes 150,000 and Lil Yachty takes another 150, he ain't have to do shit. Like, send everything to Grail or let them come pick it up and then chill and do your thing, right? So yeah, I think that is smart. It's dope. It seems like everybody wins because Grail makes money, the artist makes money, and then you as the customer, you get to own a piece of history, right? Isn't it so dope that you can own the same hat that, you know, I don't know, Lil Yachty had on in one of his videos? Like, it's fire, right? You can be like, yo, this is Lil Yachty's actual hat. Paid $500 for it, but it's Lil Yachty's hat, right? But anyway, let me know what you think about this and everything else in the comments down below. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Make sure you hit that notification bell. Follow me at Jonny Fastlane on Instagram, and y'all already know what to do. Peace.